That's the quad running for another week. Yesterday did the water pump, so we're doing that every 2 weeks. This bad boy is booked in for October. Its first ever job, guys, is to do the fence pond. The fence pond of certain death, that's right. We're gonna drain it down, finally. Quad and water pump isn't the only two things I've been doing though. This morning I've also given my Japanese love child a makeover. There she is, Honda Mark II. She looks a bit rough, but it's only because the casing keeps flying off. So she's had an oil change, and I flicked the blade round, the old Excalibur. Not as good as my original Excalibur. This is only about a year old, whereas my other one was less worn after about 5 years. But anyway, it's pretty good. Can't beat a Honda, can you, fellas? Right, that's my maintenance done for today. You know what time it is, folks. It's brew o'clock, but also as a bit of a Brucey bonus, we're going to go and feed the fish. We don't feed the crayfish till the evening, so they're all right for a fair few hours. It's late morning now. A quick update for you folks about the goat births. I know a lot of you follow the herd quite a lot. We're up to four nannies that have kidded now. We've got 4 singles, thank goodness, 3 bucklings and 1 doeling, so all good at the moment. I think we're going to get a couple of births today. Right then, first stop is probably my favourite fish that we're growing in these ponds, is the Siamese carp. We're going to do 3 ponds here, and the lake, and the drainage canal, which has got quite a lot of fish in there. These are just better grow pellets, the herbivore ones, so a little bit, I think at 14% protein. We'll give them 6 scoops of that. We have it twice a day for these. So in here we've got the Siamese carp. There's almost 20 in here. They're up to about 10 pounds at the moment. Got 6 or 7, 8 pound grass carp, a few juliens, and a few other bits and bobs like esoc and maregals and black shark minnow. Right, we'll put a few more in and then we'll come back, because they take a little while to get going, these. Onto the red tail pond. Well, we call it the red tail pond. There's 12 red tails in here, the Amazon red tail catfish. They're the ones that we've recorded. Almost hand feeding them now. They'll almost take food out the hand. They had a pigeon this morning that the cat couldn't quite finish off. But there's hundreds and hundreds of other carp, like maregal carp, rohu carp, black shark minnows in here as well. So that's what takes the pellets that I'm going to throw in a minute, and then we'll show you the crazy tilapia pond. Also got quite a few carp in here. If you're from the UK, we'd just call them common carp. Sometimes the red tails will come up and take some pellet off the top, but quite often they're hunting the other fish. When we've been fishing in here, finning the carp out, quite often you'll catch something that's got sort of like abrasions down their flanks. It can only be the catfish that do that. I don't think it's the cat. Nothing really huge in here apart from the red tails. Most of the red tails just hang around there where we feed them every day, well, every 2 days. We don't eat anything out of there, unlike the maniac pond. Check this out. I know what I'll do. I'll extend the old tripod or selfie stick stroke tripod and try and get it right near the edge, and then I'll throw some more pellet in. You'll see there's all tiny little babies round the edge as well. So we've got a mixture of monosex tilapia in here and ones that will breed. There's also a few carp in here as well. A bit of everything really, but it's mainly tilapia. Some of you have been asking me on Facebook the best way to catch tilapia. They do wise up quite considerably. What I would say is if you've got monosex tilapia, they're harder to catch because they wise up, whereas the ones that keep breeding, as long as you keep taking the big ones out, then it seems, well, it's definitely easier to catch them. But if you catch something small and you throw it back, again, word gets out and then it gets harder and harder. You have to keep on fiddling with your setup and your bait. So if we want to catch something for dinner now, it's totally different to if we just want to catch something to put in the lake. We use swim feeders like double corn, big bait, big hook, and just plonk it on the bottom. You don't get many bites, but when you do get one, it's sort of like about pound and a half and big enough for the pan. Other than that, you've just got to wade through the small ones. If you watch Tuna and I's very swearing tilapia match that we had on here about a month ago, that's the stamp of fish you get. Very, very small like that. And it's great for if you just want to put 100 into the lake to feed the big predators in there, that's fine. But other than that, really, it's my mum's job to thin this lot out, and she's here in October, so she's going to be taking about 1,000 baby ones out, and we'll pop them in the lake. Look at that, finished it already while I've been gassing. They're waiting for more. They can't believe I've only given them a little bit. Some people think that tilapia taste of muddy poo. That's if they're grown in muddy pooey water. Certainly during the rainy season, we got rain, water coming through the sides and up through the bottom. Even in the dry season, we have the water coming up through the bottoms of the ponds. These never dry out, so the water quality is very good. I haven't got any with me today. Toon's just gone off into town to get some more, but we get sort of like a micro pellet, very, very small, because these are continually breeding in here. I mean, as soon as a tilapia gets about that big, it can carry eggs. A female can. So if we just give them this size pellet, then the small ones, you know, they struggle to put some weight on. So we always you can buy it by the kg, and then we just give it a few scoops of this every day. Mostly it's the big pellet for the big stuff, but it helps keep the small ones going. Whereas most people out here in Thailand, they'll drain the whole pond down, take absolutely everything out, and then they'll restock it with little fingerlings, you know, about an inch and a half long, about 2 baht each. The only thing is, you've then got to wait, I don't know, 6-8 months before you're gonna take your fish out again, and then you need a flipping big freezer. Toon and I prefer just to catch them, clean them, stick them in the pan and eat them. We don't really freeze our fish. We haven't got a huge freezer anyway, and there's normally a goat in there. This serves our purpose best. It stocks the lake, it keeps us full, and it's always fresh fish, which you can't beat, can you? Right, I'll grab me brew and then onto the lake. In correspondence to some of the messages we get from time to time from you guys saying, can you publish some more videos, or I'm not getting notifications when you launch a video these days. The reason is because we haven't been doing many, so the less we publish, then the less YouTube push it out to you with your notifications. Toon's restarted her YouTube channel, so she's knocking out short videos, YouTube shorts every day. She's doing 2 of those a day, and the odd longer form content. It is totally in Thai, although some of the short videos, it's irrelevant, the language anyway, because they're just funny things with the cat and the dogs and the goats and things that she's cooking, stuff like that. I don't make much of an appearance, so that's probably a bonus as well. And I've been concentrating getting some in-depth crayfish videos sorted for our other channel, T&L Crayfish. It's original, isn't it? So yeah, that's taken up some time, but now I'm starting to get a bit of a library together on there, so it's going to hopefully free us up a little bit to do some more videos for this channel. And so one of you did, I can't remember off the top of my head, but one of you did just mention on the last one, you should do some more videos, Lee. Doesn't matter what they're about, just you blabbing as usual is fine. Right, let's feed the fish. Just off here, they do get fed every day. Normally it's the spent goat fodder, so they're normally eating greens really, and they get a lot of kitchen waste. Normally kitchen waste here, and then any bits and bobs like the chopped up dead baby goats, that sort of thing. All the meaty fatty stuff goes in the crayfish pond, the big bones and stuff and skin, that goes in here. So it's mostly predators this side. However, on this side, this is where most of the grass goes. You may see some down there. So you tend to get the smaller stuff in here. So I don't know, the last couple of months we've probably put over 1,000 fish in here, carp and tilapia, that sort of thing, a real mixture, a few black shark minnows as well. So they tend to hang around here, although they are making me out a liar at the moment. What happens is when you throw the grass in, it goes all the way around the far end of the lake and the fish just follow it. So we'll probably come back to these after we've been down to the canal, because you'll definitely see some fish there. Get a lot of pacu and striped catfish, horrible things. They come up down here as well. They're starting to find it here now. A lot of the barbs have been breeding, although I am trying to get some more predators out of the lake, selective ones. Yeah, they haven't wiped everything out, which some people were sure would happen. Right, don't forget the coffee, Lee. My memory. 55 next year, guys. 55, do us a favour. Body of a 30-year-old Olympic athlete and the mind of a 12-year-old. Oh, I've been hurting a lot lately. So I got on the old Dr. Berg channel. I was trying to find out what's malfunctioning in Lee's body. I think it might be a bit of zinc deficiency, because I take a lot of D3 for my aches and pains, and although that definitely helps, I think I'm having trouble absorbing it. So yeah, he was saying take a bit of zinc. So Toon's ordered it off Lazada. Hopefully that'll be here in a few days, and I'll let you know if I feel better, because I know a lot of you are even older than I am. It's hard to believe, and you're all achy and got limps and all that sort of thing. I got a lot of aches and pains from the rugby days. So if it works, I'll let you know. But I'm not a doctor, all right. Right, bit of a brew. It's gone, isn't it? Never mind. Right in. Absolutely everything in here. And I finally managed to get the flipping pacu out of here. Flipping thing. It's probably about 5,000 fish in here. The pacu was eating about 50% of the food that I throw in there. But yeah, there's all sorts in here, and a lot of wild fish on top of what we've stocked. So I can't go through the list of everything that we've got in here, but I will mention I've still not seen any sign of the 3 Mekong catfish that I sneaked in here. That must be about a year and a half ago. Whether they went when we had a bit of flooding or not, I don't know. But all the other species seem to have been stayed around here. But there was only 3 Mekongs. So I thought it'd be hilarious one day tuna just hook into something that's about 30-40 pounds and snap her bamboo pole in two. We've got quite a few of the old hyacinth encroaching now. It's very shallow down there, and the same down that end. The snakehead tend to find the way in there. We are going to be doing something special soon, guys, and it is going to involve a little bit of hunting, foraging, that sort of thing. So we're going to be doing some standing hooks for the snakehead. We've not done that for years, so yeah, we're looking forward to doing that. So a lot of the hyacinth's going to have to come out. Going to give a load of it to the worms and the chickens. Chickens love it, and the rest, I don't know. We might do a hyacinth raft in the lake. Right, they've eaten all that already. Yeah, one of Toon's videos, she caught a nice 3-pound Aesop carp in here. So that's the rohu carp. And I wasn't with her, but she popped that in the lake, and she caught about, same session, she caught 7 Marigal carp, which were about £1. I would have put them in the lake, but she wanted them a little bit bigger. She's scared that my giant snakehead are going to eat them in the lake, so she popped them back in here. But it's nice to see that they're growing well. They're really left to their own devices in here, and everything seems to thrive. The black shark minnows are growing well, so it's lovely. We just come down here with some light gear. You fish a lot lighter in here, certainly now the pacu's gone. Fish a lot lighter than in the main lake. I just saw something come up right against the edge of the hyacinth over there. But when we're out here walking with the goat herd, when we're having a munch on the high road around here late in the afternoon, you can hear all the snakehead down there. So me and Toon were like, right, we're going to earmark that for a nighttime video. Still not had any rain for quite a while. Surprising, because a lot of Thailand's underwater. We're getting the electrical storms, but it doesn't sort of like turn into rain. You might get a few spits, and that's about it. It's great for the young goats that are being born. We're expecting a couple more births today. So when it's nice and overcast like this, we can get the kids out into the compound, the mums can get out, they can get a bit of exercise rather than being cooped up in the little birth rooms. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a bit of a downpour just to drop the humidity a bit, because it's flipping hellish, guys. I don't know what it's like where you are, but yeah, we're struggling. The energy levels are very, very low as well. It's like it's trying to like breathe pea soup. It's hard going, it really is. Could just be me age though, I suppose. Well, true to form, my battery boiled, didn't it? So he's out of action till I can get back to the house and pop another one in. So I've resorted to the phone. It does take a cracking photo. I know it's got anti-shake. Whenever I put it onto selfie mode, it does jump around a bit, which you might have seen on the last video I did. That's a little horrible sawai down there. John Harvey will be creaming his panties if he was here seeing that. So I always eat them if I can catch them. Toon didn't eat them. Right, what about this side? Oh yeah, we can see the whiskers. Some of the catfish are there, look at that. And the pacu. Pacu make the big splash. Whoa. I'm going to have a go at hand lining for pacu one day. I do want to eat one, Toon won't let me. And considering she does the cooking, I'm pretty much stuffed, aren't I? Right, let's have a... I know it's a fish feeding video, but I do need to check the goats, see if we've had any more birds. Okay, this is the viewing gallery that Toon and I set up. So late afternoon, we kick the main herd out here and keep them down this side, clearing all the vegetation there. And then we can let the kids out in the compound, but keep them with their mums. And yeah, they're nice little bit of exercise, let them run around. Let kids do what kids do best, be lunatics. Right, let's have a look. I really want to go and see, oh, I was going to say I'm going to go see DJ, but that's DJ over there. There's nothing icky that's come out. Oh, and behind her is Beauty. That's the other one that I wanted to have a look. Lilu's very close here, aren't we, girl? Hey? Yes, girl. All right, Lily. So we've got the 4 birth rooms. We've got 2 this end. So they're all doing well. I know some of you are really into the goats, and you'll recognise the lovely big bear that is Owenetta. Lovely girl. So Vivian's doing incredibly well. Really proud of her. Where is he? There he is. All right, girl. What's his name, Lee? Oh, it's still early days, isn't it? Bruno, big bum Bruno. And then we got Jessica with Johan, and he has actually got the old snowflakes around him like his mum. But he's a bunch of frogs. He is. He's all over the place, isn't you, mate? Big kid for a small mum. Now here's Jasmine. I was telling you about her that lost the 2 twins. What we think now is because she's never ever filled with milk. What normally happens if they lose the kids after they're born, then they sort of like get a bit bound with milk, and that hasn't happened. So we think she had whether she had a bit of a hit from someone, and it made her give birth a few days too early. That's what we're thinking, because it's very strange, because we've never had a problem with her kidding before, and she is a little bit, I know she's a goat, but she's been a little bit sheepish around the rest of the herd, so maybe she took a bit of a hit, which isn't unheard of with goats. Horrible creatures to each other, but lovely to us. There's old Thor, resting easy, mate, and yeah, get your power back. Not a bad life, is it, servicing over 40 girls? I don't know where he finds the time. Alright, so we've got DJ at the back there. We've got Beauty there. No one else really near. Probably first, and then Sprite. Yeah, they're probably after that. There's Pollock and Lorcan. Lorcan's very, although she's small, right there, she's heavily pregnant. Oh, hang on a minute. There's a kid. Right, so we got to the bottom of who the naughty mum is, and it is DJ. She hasn't cleaned the kid up, so I've put the kid in the room. I cleaned the room out, put the kid in the room, got DJ in there. Well, let's just show you, eh? That's DJ's first kid, so it's a real shame that I wasn't here. Want to sort of like console her or support her while she's going through the birth, but make sure that what happened didn't happen. But hopefully it won't be too late, because she's showing zero interest. Normally if they don't show any interest, you put the kid straight underneath them, but she's still all snotty. She's not come out long, she's not got the afterbirth, so there is a chance. She has been chatting to her a little bit, but I won't leave her too long. I'll get her dry and we'll stick her on the booby. Alright, DJ. It's just a shame that DJ's a very, very shy goat, so getting hands on her, she finds it a bit traumatic anyway, but we'll see. We'll see. I forgot to even look if it was a boy or girl. Did he though? Did he though? You're going to have a massive afterbirth, missus, because she was huge. Bless her, DJ. You see how curly her horns are? We had to actually cut the end off that one on that side. So it was starting to dig into her hair, and if we'd have left it any longer, it would have started to dig into her skin. But yeah. Right. You need to step up to the plate. Yeah. So it's good that she gave birth outside. Leave a load of gunk out there. Get the kids nice and dry, strong in here. Get them on the milk. After birth comes out, they make a mess of the room, and then we move rooms. So we find it better than putting a straw everywhere. It just sticks, gets matted to everything. No, I prefer just to let it all get dirty in one place and then move them on. Yeah. Right, I'm going to give you a few minutes. Right, and if you don't sort it out, DJ, I'm going to have to take over, girl. Unfortunately, I haven't got a cloth out here. I used all the cloths for the other ones the other day, so I might have to strip out and get my moobs out. Use my t-shirt to dry her off, because these are out of the sun, these birthing rooms. If the kids are quite cold, if the kids are wet, then they'll get cold, and with it being a concrete floor, they can get a chill quite easy. So might have to strip off. But don't worry, won't put it on camera. You've seen it all before, haven't you, Owenetta, eh? Hey, you don't know what all the fuss is about, you just keep banging them out. No dramas. Oh well, folks, it was only from Primark. We're going to have to put her on the booby, DJ. You've had long enough, girl. And it's a little girl. So welcome to the herd, Waffle. Little Waffle. Vet Toon is back from town. So put what's this one called?
Calamai.
Calamai. So she's Cameron's struggling a little bit with the giving the milk, although she has got milk. So she is getting used to it. But just needs a little bit of help. Creamy done very, very well with her first kid. So that's a boy. That is Skywalker over there. Big Brum Bruno kicked you out of the room already, mate, ain't we? Yeah, it's hot out there. You got to stay under the shade, mate. I know, Creamy. You come out later, girl. Yeah.
It's okay, it's okay.
Well, we got an injury, folks. Tim bent a nail all the way back. It's because you haven't got farmer's nails, Tim. Show the camera. They're not really meant for farm work, those talons, are they? Was it worth it though? Alright, so Waffle's had her first proper feed, and she has got plenty of milk. It's just that whether she's going to take to being a mum or not, fingers crossed she'll be alright. So every couple of hours we just have to come back and put Waffle on the booby. Hopefully we'll be alright, won't we, girl, eh? Hey? Yeah, you get the hang of it.